Hello and welcome everyone to our latest review of a new wonder drug for COVID-19 which actually works, probably. So this schematic diagram basically shows how the SARS-CoV-2 virus enters into the cell through the ACE2 receptor and thereby produces the immune response, predominantly through the effects of CD8 T cells and the dendritic cells. So it is this cytokine release and the uncontrolled cytokine response which results in a severe disease. So baricitinib, which is the new drug, it is being used to reduce this cytokine storm and to reduce the viral effect. Now it predominantly acts through the JAK-STAT pathway. This is a JAK associated cytokine receptor. Once the cytokine attaches, it results in phosphorylation of the JAK, thereby attracting the inactivated STAT proteins, which again get phosphorylated. This results in a dimerization of the STAT. This dimerized STAT enters into the nucleus and produces the cytokines and through transcription. Now this is how the JAK-STAT enhances the cytokine signaling and the cytokine effect. The JAK-STAT pathway mediates signal transduction from extracellular stimuli, including the cytokines, growth factors, and hormones, to the nuclei of the cell, as demonstrated. Now, these are the various JAK and STAT associated cytokine receptors. They are associated with the interleukins, interleukin 6, GM-CSF, type 1 interferon, and interferon gamma. Now, baricitinib produces its effect by blocking this JAK pathway, thereby reducing the transcription and formation of the cytokines, and it reduces the immune response and blunts the cytokine storm. The second mechanism by which it acts is through inhibiting the entry of the virus into the cell. The SARS-CoV-2 virus enters the cell, as we all know, through the ACE2 receptor. This ACE2 receptor, once it attaches the virus, it causes phosphorylation and activation of AAK1 and GAK. These two enzymes produce the clathrin mediated receptacle formation, which helps in the entry of the virus into the cell. Now baricitinib inhibits these two enzymes, thereby inhibiting the clathrin mediated entry of the virus into the cell. Now these are the various concentration of the drug achieved on the standard dose that is being given for rheumatoid arthritis. For JAK1, 2 and tyrosine kinase 2, these are the 4 JAK associated enzymes which get inhibited by baricitinib. For JAK3, the levels are quite high and may not be achieved at standard doses that are being given. Regarding AAK1 and GAK, AAK is inhibited in the standard concentrations, but for GAK, the levels are quite high. So its inhibition may not be a mechanism by which it inhibits the entry of the virus into the cell, in humans especially. Now if you come to the pharmacokinetics, the CC max is 53.4 nanograms per ml and Cmain is 60.9 nanograms per ml, with 50% of the drug being free and 50% attached to the albumin. Now it has a bioavailability of 79% orally, and the T-half in healthy individuals is 6 to 9 hours. The peak plasma concentration is achieved at 60 minutes. 69% of the drug is excreted unchanged in urine. The T-half in end-stage renal disease is 19 hours. The drug is dialysable, but the dose is not yet confirmed in CRRT and ECMO. It has insignificant metabolism and drug interactions. Now, baricitinib is a drug that actually works in COVID-19. In the next video, we will look at the evidence of what is the effect of the drug in COVID-19.